The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 177, Nasdaq's off 27, S&P's are down 10. Gold up $11.10, trading 13.16. We have silver down 18 cents, $16.47. Light sweet crude off 42 cents, $67.51. That baby stayed up there yesterday.
Yes.
You know, had some volatility, but stayed high. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note down 7 ticks, 119.23. 30-year bond off 12, 143.20. And King dollar down 19 ticks, 92.315. The euro's 119.81 to 1 U.S. dollar. Yen is at 109.24 to 1 U.S. dollar. You know what's so wild is that, remember for how long every single day we'd look and say, okay, you're green.
Yes.
Now it seems like we've been looking for quite a while, and it says you're red every day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And it's not that we've gone a long way either. I mean, the bottom line is that we've been doing a sideways move, but you have big time, you know, a lot lower highs. That's for sure. You know.
And I think what you're talking about is since about the 18th. Right.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it, and that's like the last couple of weeks. So you can see it's down, 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 and then you got some ups, but down, 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 down. Because otherwise, we're going back all the way to like 6 weeks ago, where there's downs. So it kind of sits in your mind. I mean, it's a different world than we were back in.
That's kind of what I mean. I mean, kind of going all the way back. Do you know what I mean? Like every single day was just grinding up on a continual basis.
Every single day for like a year and a half, right?
Yeah. So let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, and we'll see whether they get a high volume market. The semis, you get NXP, which is one of the premier semis. That's getting smoked. That's down 10%. That's down $9. You got Tesla off $20.
Yeah, I was reading about their conference call this morning.
Yeah.
Seemed like
his PR,
quite a show.
His PR didn't. He was kind of telling people to take a hike.
I heard.
That's what the PR says.
The people being the analysts that cover his stock
exactly.
too, right?
You get Spotify down $16.79. So hey, might as well start with Tesla. You know.
Enter one more time. One amusing tidbit from the article was that, you know, an analyst are asking a question. He said, "That's a boring question. We're going to go to YouTube now," and then he takes 25 minutes of questions from YouTube. That's not going to win him over any. And especially one of the analysts made a good point where it's, you know, you have 2025 bonds trading at 89 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
You need boatloads of cash,
right?
And you're not answering any questions. Well, I mean, that's, you know,
because it had
89 cents on the dollar for 2025 bonds says you might be in trouble. You know, so you have a little explaining to do, and guess what? You're going to come to market for more money somehow. So
because in their numbers, folks, they burnt $1 billion in 90 days again. They have $2.3 billion in cash.
Okay.
And that's the number. It's like, okay, that's 2 quarters.
Right.
Where's the rest of it? Yeah, exactly.
Nothing,
right, exactly. No, 60
Especially because once you get squeezed, then you really have no leverage, right?
Yeah.
In terms of if you stretch that out where you only have 6 weeks of cash available, then you're really in trouble because investors aren't going to be too willing to fork over to a company that's that dire.
The amazing part inside those numbers, too, he's claiming that in 2 months he's going to do 5,000 cars, Model 3s.
And they're going to approach profitability almost,
Yeah, positive cash flow. That's
right.
That's amazing. Let's go take a look at NXP and see what's going on out here. So this equity here.
Before I just jump in, I had one other tidbit on Tesla that was interesting. Is I was listening to Bloomberg late last night, and somebody was saying on there, so they were talking about exactly that they're going to be cash flow positive, right?
Okay,
and basically what they're saying is everything is the perfect scenario, like literally a dream world perfect scenario of everything he's talking about, because even at the full production that they're hoping for, they would need to be making like $17,000 per car for that quarter.
Right.
to cover that $1 billion.
Okay.
And so like they're not going to make $17,000 per Model 3.
Right.
So like they couldn't even quite get to how they're framing that, even on the numbers they're giving. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
That's cool.
Where it's like,
it's
because
cool
$1 billion is a lot of money to make up, man, per car.
Not only that, what happened inside the earnings, folks, right now, Tesla, what I was surprised about, I want to see what these other car companies do. Tesla's margin is pretty intense for a car company. They're talking about margins 17, 18%.
Okay.
They're talking about margins on the Model 3 of 25%.
Interesting. Okay.
And right now,
so,
though,
I'm sorry, where'd the 17 come from? Before the Model 3? For the more expensive cars?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right. But right now, Tesla is losing money on every Model 3 they make.
Sure.
It's a negative margin, okay?
Yeah.
But they expect that to go to 25%. Man, I didn't know car companies made 25%.
Well, so what's interesting though is even if it sells at $40,000,
Right.
that's still only $8,000 a car.
Right.
The number that they worked out was about $17,000 per car. You know, if you're pumping out, what was it, $5,000 a week?
Yes.
Right. So that's what, $20,000 a month. So maybe that's 60,000 cars over the course of the quarter. And let's pull up, right?
7,000, right? 400, was that 42 million, I think, right?
Probably 420 million.
Okay.
That's what I went,
Yeah.
and that would be why. So that would be 420 million.
Right.
And so you need the 17,000 to get to $1 billion, right? Because
Right.
that'd be 7,000.
That's
So
right.
that'd be.
That's right.
So I mean, you can see it there, right? I mean, that
That's
at
why-
7,000 at 20% margins, pumping out 5,000 a week.
Yeah.
They're only going to make $420 million per quarter.
That's why I didn't want to talk
And they're
numbers.
burning $1 billion a quarter. I mean, that was, it was a great analysis when they walked it through to say, okay, let's just say, and that's saying they get to 5,000 cars in 2 months,
Right.
which they could do it, but that's a forecast.
They're
That's
a long way from that right now.
very true.
Right.
Very true.
So let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see what we have happening here. See, someone's getting taken apart out here. That's intriguing. Even when I just bring up this, there's only 3 Dow stocks that are positive. Let's see what we got. So taking it apart, you got Caterpillar putting 28 negative points, Home Depot 20, Goldman's 19, Travelers 12.
What's interesting is there's nobody really powerhousing to the negative side, right?
No.
Usually we see a Boeing putting 40 negative points
Right.
for when it's down over 200, where it's kind of like a consensus deal. You got a lot of stocks,
Yes.
and you barely have anything that's positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only positive, you got Procter & Gamble putting 1 point in, Cisco putting 1 point in, and Microsoft barely.
Microsoft up 12 cents, powerhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Inside the NDX 100, the leader out here, what's that,
Oh,
Heinz?
boy.
Yeah, that's Kraft Heinz, up 3.8%.
My eyes jumped to the negative side. Finish the positive side.
Here we
but
go.
My goodness.
Yeah, Hologic,
Hologic.
that's
Excuse me.
down 8.6%. That's a big number.
What's that, Cerna?
Cerner's down 7.5%.
And what's that next one? Tesla?
Tesla's down 6%. Charter's off 2.2. Yeah, these are big numbers, man.
Yeah.
Big numbers. And gold. Let's go to the gold. I mean, this is about as deviant as you get, too, particularly because what you have, folks, is that the dollar index, is up good. I mean, and it has volume, but guess what? Gold will not give it up. With 207,000 contracts, that's good contract volume. We did 300 and something yesterday, and we gave it up on price, though. Yeah, 370. So we'll do 370 today. Now the real question is, can it stay inside this 13, 13, 13, 15 number?
Okay.
Because you can see that range is laid out there, man. And
Yeah, definitely.
if they sell it off, it's the longer that we stay under this, the more problematic it gets. I mean, I'm positive on it right now, but
No, yeah.
that was quite a sell-off yesterday.
I mean, if you just put that line, right, it's like
Yes.
you say, it's pretty much 13, 15.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we
It's
were
gotta-
down there for a couple days, even yesterday, for sure.
And what you really want to see is you want to bust inside it with big price spread and volume. You don't want to
We can
teeter.
see it today. We're up $10.
Yeah.
It's early.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 210. You got the Nasdaq down 43. S&Ps are off 15. They give it a little selling pressure in this market.
Definitely.
So you get the Dow down 0.9%, S&Ps down 0.5, Nasdaq down 0.6. Thursday. Natural gas.
We got natural gas. So we had a little bit of a surprise yesterday in oil, right?
Yeah, let's
sure,
just
pull
look
up
at
some
that?
oil. Go for it.
Okay,
All right,
so
we'll hold off on the natural gas.
Yeah, we'll jump right on this. But I'm just curious because we had some good volatility inside that oil market. Yeah, look at that move.
Yeah.
You'd be looking at this quadrant right here, folks.
Yeah, there's your 10:30 announcement on the numbers.
So we had a low out there of 66.92. I'd have to go to 230 though, right?
Can you see for 1 second?
Yeah.
I just want to drill down. That always helps, right? So I wanted to see. Yeah. So there's 1020. There's 1030. So it starts oscillating around.
Yeah.
Even by that bar, 1050. But yeah, pretty remarkable. By the end of the day, we're at 68.14, and we were coming into 67.25. So we finished up about 90 pennies from where we were trading at by 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Right. And on the 230, if you're 66 cents away from 67.50, it was in the money.
Yeah. Now that would have. Yeah. We had a head start to the downside there on 67.50, right? Because we were trading at 67.25 coming into it. So we would have had to be at 68.20 almost to start. Did you see?
Okay,
That's it. So that was a tough one, as in we needed a lot of movement, and we needed it even more so to the positive side because we were starting with intrinsic value to the bearish side.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, natural gas. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So it's Thursday. We get natural gas numbers, EIA numbers. Inventory's coming out at 10:30 Eastern time. It is just after 10:20, so we get 10 numbers, 10 minutes, 10 numbers, 10 minutes until those numbers come out. I have the natural gas contract up here on the left. We're looking at the June contract, currently trading at 273. Gotten a little downside action early this morning already. And just pulling this back even a little bit further, pretty remarkable when you just back it up to, you know, we're up there over 280, 7 pennies higher just a couple days ago. So 273 is where we're currently sitting, and we just traded down in, realistically, I mean, call it the last hour and a half, from under 275. So I went into our commodity spreads. I started with the 11 a.m.s to see what kind of options we had in here. And what's going to happen is that they're going to be priced starting at 275. And that's because that's where we were just trading at as these kind of got launched, whether it's in the 9 till 11s, which is what we're looking at here, or we'll pull up next the 10 a.m. till the noons. They're going to have the same exact price points, okay? So we're going to be able to have a spread that goes from 275 to 295. Yeah. And what we're going to try and set up here is a volatility trade. We'll be buying the bullish spread, 275 to 295. I have that one up right here. We'll be selling the bearish spread, 275 down to 255, each one representing 20 cents a movement. And what's important to note here is that with the contract trading at 273, you're going to have that intrinsic value on the bearish spread, right? Because you're 2 pennies underneath, which is going to represent approximately 20 ticks. They take in 1/10 of a penny. So this contract is going to be about $200 in total, right? So we're going to be selling this contract, and that's where you get your 200. Your max loss versus your profit is going to combine to equal to 200. So that's going to be the expensive one because you have to pay for that intrinsic value, which right now represents $18 of that 23 that you're paying, right? Because that is your, am I looking at that?
$16 to $10.
Yeah, thank you.
It keeps moving around.
It does keep moving, yeah, exactly. It's the difference from 275 down to 273.1, call it now. Yeah, so it is. 273 would be $20, and so it's at $19 of intrinsic value plus a little premium. And then on the flip side, you have no intrinsic value on the bullish spread because you're out of the money, and you're just paying premium, which is the 7 ticks above the floor of that spread. 275.7. So it's looking about $30 for the 11 a.m.
It's not bad.
No, not bad.
3 pennies.
3 pennies, and you would need the 3 pennies away from 275. So what's especially intriguing is if you're a little bit bearish, you only need to trade down to 272. Because, and just, you know, common sense wise, all you have to do is make up the bearish spread, right? Excuse me, the bullish spread. But, you know, if you're going to break even to the positive side, you need to trade 3 pennies above 275. So you need to trade 278.
And this is the 11 o'clock one.
These are the 11 o'clocks, all right? So those are the 11s, and then I had already pulled up the noons, okay? So same exact prices.
Which is great.
On the bullish side, yes, on the bullish side, pretty much same exact premium here, right? It was 275.7, same exact premium. And on the bearish side, very similar.
Look at that. So
very similar.
Now that's really sweet. You're getting an extra hour for only 2 pennies.
Yeah,
not even
pretty much, right. 2 pennies in the contract, you know, $2 on, but basically $1 per side is all they're adding for that extra hour with the inventory numbers due in about 6 minutes. So that's not bad either. You'd be looking, especially if you're a little bit bearish, right? Now you don't need to be because you have exposure to both sides. But as you can see, just from that example, you know, if you're putting up $32, which represents 3.2 pennies away from that 275 point, you can see that you have a head start to the downside.
273.
Yeah. So that's especially nice if you might be looking for a little bit of a bearish reaction. You've already gotten some negative reaction. But the other side of that is you could be looking for a pop in the same essence, right back up to where you are. So depending on what you're looking at, for sure. But we'll get those numbers in 6 minutes from right now, possible trade setups, and see how that fares.
I love it.
Do.
And let's go over, let me just take a look at this. So where we moved around. So we got, look at that. The energy complex itself today is, they're kind of selling it a little. Oh, this would be interesting. So you got 46,000 contracts. You're at 273.
Yep.
Well, yeah, this is wild. So, hey, listen, this is light volume going into the bottom of this. And you know, it's so deviant. Oh, that was a big sell here. You know, I was talking to Andy Heck. He was expecting that this would be the first time that I think they're, well, I don't know if they were probably expecting an injection before this.
An injection of gas.
Yeah.
Okay. They were talking about an ejector seat there for a second.
Yeah, an injector seat, all right.
Injection, not eject. All right.
So let's see. Well, at the break, we'll see. We'll
look for the estimates.
Yeah,
sure.
Right. Because did you see yesterday? They're breaking records in New York City. It was 90 degrees in Central Park yesterday. It's going to be 90 degrees today.
Boston as well. Boston was warmer than we were yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
It was up in the high 80s.
Well, the market's not warm. The market's getting, well, the market's warm. It's getting toasted out here.
It's because no one's there to buy it, man. They're all out hanging out in that beautiful sunshine.
I guess so. Yeah. Right now, folks, you get the Dow down 249. NASDAQ is off 63. S&Ps are down 19. Let's go over that S&P because what you did have out here in that S&P yesterday, even intraday, it was taking a swing point out with volume. You see right here at 330. And it's like, okay, I see it end up coming all the way down. Now let's see what we got here. Is it another ABC down? This market's doing a lot of ABC downs. Intraday, that would be the low tick. Let me bring this closer. Yeah, actually, can you bring that one closer?
Yep. We'll just go down here.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. So, let's see what we did here. That's 5,100. That's 56? Yeah.
These are 10-minute bars.
Yeah, but I guess it wouldn't be an ABC because it went so high up there because I could, you know, it went more than a 0.618 retracement.
Sure.
You get problems, though. Problems in paradise, folks. You better call the Sherman-Williams store and get some green paint out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 282, NASDAQ's off 67, S&Ps are off 22. Notes and bonds moving higher, folks. Tommy and I come right back with those natural gas numbers.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas. Let's see what we got out here. So,
okay, so they got the numbers. It looks like stockpiles rising 62 billion cubic feet. Expectation was a rise of about 51 billion cubic feet. Not too surprisingly, the expectation, we'll jump back over here, and there we go.
Look
Quite
at that.
a little decline.
Wow.
So to drill this down a little further, so
They finally got an injection.
what would have been nice about this, had you made this trade, is that we had the head start to the downside,
Right.
And that's the move that you got initially. So here are our noon spreads we're looking at. There's your 275 to 255. Bearish spread, of course, having all the value right now because the bullish spread's now almost 5 pennies out of the money.
Yep.
So you could right now buy that back and get their one contract, so $47. And that was going to cost us
30.
about 32. This
Yeah.
is the noon one.
Oh, good. 32.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, and you know what's intriguing there is you lock in about a 50% profit if you had made that trade, and you would still have this trade open for the
Right.
next hour and a half if you happen to get a turnaround. And you know it's not likely, but guess what? It's not out of the realm. We were just at 275 as of less than 2 hours ago.
Right.
And you know realistically, not too much of a miss in terms of the expectation. A little bit more than they thought, which would see some price action to the downside, but still pretty interesting. We'll see where it shakes out, but a little action to the downside right off the bat. Not bad.
Now the coffers just keep getting filled all summer.
More natural gas, man.
Yeah.
There you
go. The twists and turns inside the energy market are pretty amazing.
They are.
There was an article out here today that let me see if it's probably in here somewhere. It was the first. Let me see. It's on the top. There was the first shipment of LNG. I believe it was somewhere in Bangladesh. But they were talking about is that the prices were 10 times the amount.
I saw it was on that previous page.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on, stay there. It was the one article that had been clipped. There you go. Whoops. See, it's the one article that you clicked.
Yeah, look at that. So this gets intriguing. So Bangladesh gets the first LNG at 10 times the local gas cost. But guess what? They must need it, right?
Yeah. So they got their shipment on April 25th, making the country the 41st LNG importer in the global market. Although the imports are as much as 10 times more expensive than local gas. I don't know who's going to be buying it if
It
it's
says they had little choice for falling.
due to falling indigenous gas production.
Right.
So they're just not producing enough, even though, and they're probably going to run into some supply problems eventually.
They were selling it too cheap, evidently, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, Jim, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, Tom and Tommy. How are you guys?
Morning,
Doing
Jim.
great. Yourself?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Good.
Cool.
Love this beautiful weather we've had for about a week.
Right
is,
now,
especially
it's
in the mornings,
It's
nice and
incredible.
cool.
It is.
And cool air.
Yeah. No humidity, folks. So very light humidity
In the
compared to
morning
what we're
it's
used
better,
to.
yeah, no,
Right.
totally.
Right. Seriously.
What I was calling about was Boeing. I was wondering if you thought it would stop falling around the February 9th, or would it go on down to the support at about the $300 level?
Let's take a look at it. So the low for the year is 175. The high is 371. This February 9th level is a big number. Most of these stocks have been just making their way down there. So let's do this. I'm going to go look at General Dynamics. What happens inside these sectors, which is pretty cool, is that you can watch the sector in general, and this sector in particular just got so smoked, man. It's like, what's going on? So you can see General Dynamics, that blew away the February 9th. 201 was February 9th. You're at 192. So let's see what this wants to do. Let me put this on a weekly, actually. Okay, so your biggest problem just in defense sector right now is going to be volume off the high, because that means that your probability goes much higher. You're going to have a much larger correction than normal. So I would say that General Dynamics, next place that maybe it gets stopped is 187, but you can be right down to 168. Okay, so that's General Dynamics. We go to Northrop Grumman. That's under the February 9th level, too. The February 9th is 313. You're at 309. This here, let's see. So right there, maybe? Oh, no, let's see. What's that right there? Well, that's getting close. 309 is the high, but you know what? So this is cool. So what this is telling us, 309 was the high, 297 is the low of like a good volume bar. But you can see this is a weekly. We're already into this weekly by 7.2 2 million versus 6.3, so there's too many sellers. So your probability goes, you go to 297 there. We go to Raytheon, and the reason we're doing this, folks, is that these are the ones that blew apart first. So, you know, Raytheon is making its way. Look at this. This is just wild. 191. That's your high volume low. Let's do 191. Okay, so now let's go back to Boeing. So when they sell, man, they're pretty vicious, right?
Definitely.
So let's put this on a weekly. So on a weekly, you know, I'd really... 311. Okay, so what you have is this, Jim. So 311 is a high volume low, right? You see where it broke topside from in January? The low there is 305. That's kind of where I think you just wait till it gets there and see if the volume dries up at all. And what I would do, just as I did bringing up those other equities, bring them up. Because what happened yesterday, I actually brought up in the afternoon show the amount of actual physical selling of the large funds. I brought up what they were doing, and a couple large funds were selling everything. And they were basically doing that even as of last week, because they had to register it. So what happens is that when you have large funds that are selling, and if they're selling their whole position, then you don't have any support on the way back down, because normally, you know, that's what supports stocks. Basically, they don't have a problem, you know, it goes up for a while, it goes down, but if they're going to hold them for a couple of years, well, that's no problem. And we can see when we look at the chart, it's like, well, you know, these equities have been about as good as you can get in any market. I mean, our markets have been up good, but when you look at Boeing, we certainly haven't gone from 126 to 371 in 2 years.
Sure. And all those defense contractors had charts
they did
through the moon.
They did.
Yeah.
You know. So I think that the key is just hang tight, you know, wait, because, you know, I think you get plenty of time here, man. Like what I'm trying to figure out is that, you know, what is the catalyst? Is it a tariff catalyst that we're really gonna have a war? We're gonna not a war, a trade war, and they're gonna lose that much money, because they're very vulnerable to losing big amounts of money. You know, because their contracts are so big. I mean, it's great when it's great, but like, you know, if someone says, okay, well, guess what? You know, I'm going to cancel 50 planes. It's like, really?
Like maybe China.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, one thing that I don't think their defense side is near as big as their commercial side. So I know that right now the defense thing's bad, and then the tariffs with China, I didn't know if... I'm not in the stock right yet, but I was just thinking that the tariffs with China, that they probably still need to buy the planes down the road. So
well, they came out with a number. The number that's 777, it would be an extra $25 million per plane. They're $100 billion planes. No, $100 million planes, and it'd be $125 million, I believe.
It's a big increase. It's 25%.
It's a big number. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Are you an options trader that's looking for that extra edge when placing trades? David White will be hosting a webinar on May 16th, which is the Wednesday leading up to options expiration Friday in May, where he'll discuss in depth the methodology he uses for trading options near expiration, including swing trading setups and expiration day trading scenarios. Subscribers to each of Dave's newsletters, Path of Least Resistance and the Technology Insider, gain access to this 60-minute webinar, which will be archived if you cannot attend live. Dave has had some great option trades recently for his subscribers. See for yourself the trading methodology he uses when trading options by signing up today for either of his newsletters, and we'll see you Wednesday, May 16th at 5 p.m. for option trading near expiration, analyzing swing trades and expiration day scenarios. For all the details and to sign up today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 330. You get the Nasdaq off 88. S&Ps are down 28. Man, they got some nasty numbers coming out here.
Yeah, we're down over 300 points now. It's been accelerating. As
That's
we've been,
fast for this morning.
It's down 200 when we came on the air, which was less than 40 minutes ago.
So let's go take a look at this baby. We look at the S&Ps. Yeah, that's a big sell down. So we're 25.99. You're breaking the swing. Oh, this is going to get interesting then. We'll see. Let's see. The swing of 425. So I'm going to bring up just the SPYs because I'm curious whether we're going to be able to do that with volume. Oh, easy. Oh, my.
It says, yeah.
You got some problems in paradise here. So, I mean, my takes were going down to February 9th anyway, but this is another confirmation that you get selling happening. We're breaking a swing point of 103 million. We get 35 already. So, bottom line is that, you know, this thing's going for it. Now, what's intriguing here is that the window dressing, like, never happened. You know, markets couldn't move. Now, what is the catalyst to basically keep things higher? You know, we go take a look at the NDX 100. That hasn't come into the swing yet. It's coming in. But see, that's coming into the top of the swing, 159.31. We haven't hit it yet. 159.61 we hit. But you can see that's expanding volume too. And I suspect if we go back to the Dow Industrials, yeah, Procter & Gamble is up, what, 0.11%? Mm-hmm. So we're all red.
Yep, Procter & Gamble's up 5 pennies.
And, you know, as you brought up a little bit earlier, this is actually more dangerous, folks, that when you're looking at this scale, it's
a broad base of negative action.
It is.
Yeah.
And nothing is, like, extraordinary,
no.
You know, but they're all down.
And, you know, it trails right onto, you know, the winning side.
Right.
As in just negative across the board.
Right.
Yeah. There's only 30 stocks in there, and you can see that, you know, they're all putting some negative action. And what's happening is, on a percentage basis, these are decent numbers. They're not putting big points in, but
right.
Look at the negative side. You know, you have Verizon, only a $47 stock, down 25 cents.
Right.
You know, If that's a $470 stock, it's down $2.50. Just to put the, and
Right.
Boeing's $320 stock, whatever it is. Same thing. Pfizer, $34 stock, down 32 cents. That's almost 1%. It's down.
Right.
Same thing.
Chipping away.
Yeah.
It's chipping away to the downside. Let's get over and take a look at those notes. So right now you get the 10-year note up 8 ticks. And let's see if we get any more volume that's coming into this baby. Oh, Tampa Bay won last night, too.
They sure did.
Yeah, they kicked some butt.
Quite a game. It's a torn love between those two teams as I watch.
Did you watch any of the San Jose?
Vegas?
Yeah.
I did watch some of it. I fell asleep before the end of it.
I watched the first
Who
period.
won that game?
I don't know, but you know what I was impressed about? The San Jose Sharks, man, they play rough.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, there was a lot.
Playoff season, man.
There was a lot of hitting, man.
No taking it easy on playoff season. Let's see who won that. Let's see.
I'm sure Andy's going to tell me this afternoon.
San Jose got done 4-0. So
they were banging those guys around.
So San Jose Vegas series tied 2-2. Tampa Bay Boston. Tampa Bay's up 2-1. And next game, I'm not sure when it is, but it's in Boston.
Probably tomorrow night.
Could be
every couple of days.
No,
or
could
something.
be. Yeah. It's been some good playoffs, and all the series were tied 1-1 at one point. The 4 series remaining in the NHL, so some good series.
So the 10-year out here, folks.
Back to the market.
Yeah. Bottom line is that we'll see whether this continues. Coming right into the close today. But what you have thus far is that this thing's moving with the volume. We just took out the highs. Oh, look at this. If I put this up, this is a small ABC up. Let's see. Yeah. You get 119.23. Yeah, well, hey, I'll take the 10 ticks.
Sure.
10 ticks or 10-6.
Sure.
That gives you 119.30. We've hit 119.26 thus far. It just blew away that small ABC structure up on the 10-minute chart. Bitcoin still hasn't moved, man. XBT.
Pretty low volatility as compared to what we're dealing with for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not bad, 94.06.
Right, and check this out. So, Goldman, man, Goldman doesn't, they know how to make money. They don't leave things alone. Goldman, there you go. Goldman Sachs, most big banks have tried to stay far away from the scandal-tainted virtual currency Bitcoin. But Goldman Sachs, perhaps the most storied name in finance, is bucking the risk and moving ahead with plans to set up what appears to be the first Bitcoin trading operation at a Wall Street bank. Now, as you read through this, I read through this morning, folks. We can read through it. This is what they plan on doing is this. These big banks, they love derivatives because no one knows what the heck it is in the first place, right? So they're non-transparent, and that's what they're going to make out of this. Let's move on. Let's
go ahead, because I'm still... Please.
Okay, so... while Goldman will not initially be buying and selling actual Bitcoins, a team at the bank is looking at going in the direction that can get regulatory approval and figure out how to deal with the additional risks associated with holding the virtual currency. One of the Goldman executives overseeing the creation said the bank was clear-eyed about what it was getting itself into. Let's see. As we keep going down, it's going to have in there that it's derivatives that
So they concluded it's not a fraud. That's probably the first step.
Yeah.
It does not have the characteristics of a currency, though, and a number of clients wanted to hold it as a valuable commodity, similar to gold, given the limited quantity of Bitcoin, and that it can never be mined in a complex virtual system. I mean, the one thing that I've always stressed is the one thing very cool about Bitcoin is that there is that limited quantity. So many of these smaller coins, the ICOs, they can just pump out 100 million coins,
right?
A billion coins, whatever it is, versus 22 million Bitcoins are all that will ever be in existence. So they've received inquiries from hedge funds as well as endowments, foundations that receive virtual currency donations from newly minted Bitcoin millionaires and didn't know how to handle them. That's interesting, right? I mean, you're in an endowment, somebody gets lucky, they give you...
Oh, yeah, right.
They give you 100 Bitcoins.
Right.
What do you do with it?
Exactly.
You go to somebody like Goldman and you say, help me out, right? So I'm sure that's what, of course, steps come with plenty of uncertainties. You're still in kind of the wild, wild west, even when you go to a company like Goldman. Prices are set primarily on unregulated exchanges. Go ahead. Where are you going?
It's down the end. Okay, in the next few weeks, the exact date, start date has not been set. Goldman will begin using its own money to trade Bitcoin future contracts on behalf of the clients. It will also create its own, more flexible version of the future known as a non-deliverable forward, which will offer the clients. There's your derivative. Yeah. There's your...
And of course, they had. I saw the articles talking about that they had hired their first digital asset trader. I'm not sure who Justin Schmidt is, but he's the first. Joined Goldman 2 weeks ago to handle the day-to-day operations. A hiring that was first reported. So he's 38, electronic trader, hedge fund, 7-8 capital, and he left that job to trade virtual currencies on his own. I would love to see that interview.
Yeah.
Because I bet he did pretty well for Goldman to hire them as their first guy. He left in 2017 to trade him on his own. They would want to see how that trading went. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, right? If you're going to be the first Goldman employee, you better have a track record.
Yeah, and in 2017, that run is extraordinary.
Oh, for sure. It's a good time, right?
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 340, Nasdaq's off 90, Nasdaq's accelerating, S&P's down 29. Natural gas.
Let's check back in. So we're at about 50 past the hour, and currently kind of hanging right where we were. That first move was the move that's kind of held.
Right.
270.07. So still, this would be our bearish spread, right? That's where all the value is on any kind of trade we're looking at. If you wanted to close out the trade, you could buy that back. Still, right now, you're looking at collecting about $41. That trade for both legs of it would have cost us about $32. And then, you know, the nice thing about that is that, you know, it might not be likely, but you got over an hour, and that contract stays active. And if you happen to get a move back up to anywhere near 275, you start getting value to the positive side while already locking in a profit to the negative side.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Big time.
Definitely.
Dave White.
Yes.
We talk on defined contracts, right?
That's right. So is it 2 weeks from yesterday? Time is flying, man. It's like Wednesday, is it Thursday? So 2 weeks from tomorrow is options expiration for the month. So Dave's going to be hosting an option trading near expiration the Wednesday before the Friday, as in the Wednesday of that week.
White Lightning.
That's right, and he's going to be hosting a webinar for subscribers to either of his newsletters, Path of Least Resistance or Tech Insider. I encourage people to go in there, check it out. Got a nice few paragraphs Dave's put together about what he's going to be talking about, and really it's just looking at those option trades, how he sets them up, what he's looking at. Dave's had some great option trades.
Risk versus the reward.
Coming into especially options expiration. You know, you have, and like we look at in the Nadex, that's why we like doing maybe the 11 a.m.s, maybe the 12s, because you're paying very little premium. If you had to buy a natural gas option 3 weeks out, you'd have so much premium in there that what you'd be paying for percentage-wise, the movement might not make sense.
Right.
But it's similar in terms of, you know, you're not paying much premium for a day or two of option.
No, big time.
So check that out right on the front page.
And volatility's here. We know that. Stay right there, folks. We get swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.